California Congressman Darrell Issa, Vice Chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, this conflict with Iran certainly has legs. The U.S. says we have control over the Strait of Hormuz, and we're getting, as Energy Secretary Chris Wright said last night, 9 million barrels a day through it, plus 6 million using the bypass routes, but we haven't replaced complete capacity, at least not yet.
Well, thank you for having me on. And quite frankly, they can both be right. Iran can have influence as they continue to have their residual ballistic missiles and their capability. But at the same time, we are making sure that you're not seeing $100, $150 oil, that the necessary minimums are arriving. And with President Trump's leadership around the world, we're backfilling any shortages for now. But you're right about one thing. This has been a sticky conflict because Iran doesn't have an off-ramp, and they don't have an off-ramp because they don't want one. They are exactly what they've been for nearly half a century, a terrorist expansion-based ideological country, and until those leaders change or are changed, we're probably not going to see meaningful negotiations in spite of President Trump's leadership.
Are you confident that the U.S. has prevented them from getting a nuclear weapon?
We have, but you know, the game of nuclear weapon deterrent is never over. There are always just one shipment from North Korea or one rogue scientist away from the possibility of getting it again. The real change has to be a change in how Iran treats the rest of the world, and particularly its neighbors, both Arab and Jew, because as you've seen, they've terrorized all of their neighbors.
I'm going to switch topics here, Congressman. A 68-year-old man was stabbed to death in Northern California. DHS says the suspect is illegal and was released from jail just 1 day before the murder. The harrowing moment caught on tape, warning viewers that this video you're about to see this morning is pretty disturbing. The daylight attack, it happened just steps from victim Todd Stewart's home. Look at that, both men can be seen fighting between two parked cars before Stewart was stabbed. That suspect was facing burglary charges and was arrested for allegedly violating his home detention. A judge released him on his own recognizance 1 day before Stewart was killed. I mean, Congressman, this is the problem. This is what Donald Trump and this administration has been trying to fix. Why isn't California listening?
California is belligerent. It's that simple. Our governor, and for that matter, the legislature, really has doubled down on the wrong meaning of sanctuary. They are, in fact, deliberately providing aid and comfort to criminals to the detriment of the people I serve in California. You can see the contrast between states that cooperate with the president, that are getting rid of the criminal element that came in during the Biden administration, and California, which is clearly just willing to go the wrong direction with the leadership of a man who wants to be president.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because Gavin Newsom might throw his name in the ring for 2028. California, AOC, perhaps, New York, right? They both have major crime issues, and Congress is now poised for this post-recess September scramble, with Republicans working to pass a budget blueprint ahead of the midterms. That plan would include tens of billions of dollars in spending for the military, farm programs, election integrity issues. We had Maryland Congressman Andy Harris on the show earlier, not optimistic on passing the Trump agenda before November. Listen here, your reaction on the other side, please.
I'm not sure much gets done in September in Congress. The Senate left town before passing the reconciliation bill. That was the big thing that needed to be done, make sure that we replenish our munitions, and they abandoned town. I just don't think much gets done before the election.
Congressman?
Well, I'm sorry to see my colleague not being more optimistic. We've done the impossible, including 2 reconciliations, getting budgets through without a single Democrat working with us or supporting it. So I'm believing that it could happen. But clearly, it's an election year. The Democrats want to talk about a looming shutdown. They want to go in with a a CR rather than real funding. But look, this is going to be a referendum election. Whether they shut down the government or not, the American people are deciding between innovation and investment and private sector accomplishment and this new democratic socialism that implies that America has failed just at a time in which we're the envy of the world.
It's time to resurrect the old-fashioned American dream. Congressman Darrell Issa, thank you for your optimism. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.